Good morning, everybody. Was going to put out a video yesterday, but got caught up in doing the production on this series that I'm making. Found out it's a lot more involved in everything than I thought, but I think I'm making a pretty good attempt at the first time making a content like a series, a video type thing. Anyway, it's going to be cool. I'll have it all together here shortly, and then next Tuesday, hopefully, I'll be able to have it up ready for view. Hopefully, you enjoy it. I might even put up a little teaser short. Maybe y'all will enjoy that. But anyway, today, job market, education, what's going on, right? Uh, don't know if you know about this or not, but currently in the United States, the high school graduates cannot read above, most of them, 40%, 40% cannot read better than an eighth grade level. As far as math, we're looking at fifth grade level. 40% of high school graduates. They can't read, they can't write, they can't arithmetic. And that's the way the world is. So we go on now to what we're talking about in the job markets. Skilled jobs are at a loss for qualified individuals to fill positions. We see strikes going on with nursing, educators, even police departments, and other fields with skilled labor, demanding not only more money because they're having to work harder, but because also they want guarantees about recruitment and people coming in to help with the workload. Now, this is all across the board, guys. So now we have two situations going on. One, the education standards are not meeting the required standards for labor. Even college graduates with these certain degrees don't have a job. They're not qualified with their educational standards. Basically, y'all remember No Child Left Behind kind of thing in school where everybody graduated no matter what? Everybody got a participation trophy. Same thing with college now, as the way they're doing it, the way they did it and everything. You just kind of had to show up, participate, not really putting any effort, just show up, and you graduated. You got your degree. And now we see a big influx with people with degrees with no education, much higher than an eighth grade level, crying and wondering why they can't get jobs because they're not qualified. And I'm not putting the blame on the education system or the job market or anything else like that, guys, but we need to face the realities. We don't have the people needed to run our country. We're running short on qualified, educated, qualified people to take over the positions that haven't been long held by others with higher education, higher knowledge, or whatever you want to call it, but more ability to run a difficult situation. So we wonder where this is going to go. Well, as you remember, I talked about robotics and artificial intelligence coming into the market and how they're going to start replacing jobs all across the board. By 2027, 2028, educators will start being replaced at a higher level with artificial intelligence and robotics. No longer will they be required to attend a classroom. The busing situation has gone crazy because the qualified drivers are not available. Accidents, liabilities, outsourcing has caused a problem with buses. So now it would be cheaper and more cost efficient and everything across all efficient and everything if all education took place at home or smaller centers where the terminals there for education. So we see a push towards this already. You see here the schools talk about they're overcrowding. They need more and newer buildings and equipment to keep up with current demands for the market, but yet they fall short in producing this standard that we need for the world. So where does this leave us, guys? Is artificial intelligence and robotics taking over teaching. I told you before about 2028, we'll also see introduction of artificial intelligence and robotics into the hospitals, emergency room, and other surgical procedures. That's online. That is, again, another field for qualified, educated people, and there's a big lack for that. Nursing, another field. Well, we already hear about that day to day. Nursing going on strike, nursing complaining about not having qualified people, enough people to run the shifts, overtime, lack of pay, etc., etc. So across the board, even law enforcement, guys, law enforcement, they're going on strike, complaining that there's not enough people to fill the force. So what's the next logical set or standard they're going to go to, of course, is robotics and artificial intelligence. So while we're sitting there complaining that there's not enough people, qualified people, well, they're making qualified entities now to run these sources of job sources that there's nobody to fill the positions for. So we have actually educated our people dumber to put robots, AI, into positions of authority in education, even your life. Hope you have a groovy day today. Do something nice for somebody. That's always the best thing to do, guys. Always reach out and try to touch somebody's life and make them a better day. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.